Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be speaking about the James Charles palette, or should I say the Morphe / James Charles palette. I finally got the chance to buy it. I think that it's been out for almost a year. I'm not certain. But I finally got the chance to get it and I am super excited about it. It has so many new colors that I personally don't have, and I've been wanting to have a palette that has all of these colors for a long time. So I'm glad that I finally got the chance to buy it. And I'm going to just play along with some of the colors and let's see the color payoff and see how we like it. So the palette looks like this. It's a matte color. It's a nice matte black, but the name is like a glossy black and it's super nice. It looks very sleek. It's very thin. It's kind of bulky. So if you want to travel with this, it's a little bit inconvenient. I will probably recommend you to buy the mini, if anything, because the mini has a mirror as well. This one is big. It has a lot of colors, but it does not have a mirror. So that's a downside. And it looks like this. Comes with a little, just a little translucent thing. It has all the names of the colors right here. So I'm gonna try not to lose that. These are all the colors that it comes. I feel like these are all the colors of the rainbow and I feel like inspired by it and I can't wait to start using it. So let's get started. So first off, I'm gonna start off with the base on my eye. So I usually use a cream foundation for that. I usually use the RCMA foundation palette. So it looks like this. As you can see, I use it a lot. Not only for foundation, I also use it for my contour, my highlight, and my eyeshadow primer. So multiple uses and I love it. So I'm gonna just take a flat brush like this and I'm gonna take the lightest color and I'm gonna be using that as my base. Also, I'm gonna be cleaning up my eyebrow underneath. I also put a little bit in the inner corners and a little bit on the bottom since I'm also gonna go with eyeshadow soon. So just do that in advance and do the same thing with the other eye. All right, so now that we have the primer, foundation, concealer on, whichever you have on hand, we're gonna start by putting a base color on it. So for all over my lids, I'm gonna be using the color Canvas right here, which is basically the first one. And I'm gonna put it all over. You know what? That color is a good base. It has a hint of color, at least in my skin tone. I'm pretty sure that if you have a lighter skin tone, it will show up even more. But it's looking pretty good. It did the job. It did the base. Now we're gonna go with the color 518 right here. It's like a neon orange color. And we're gonna do that and put it kind of like as a transition color. So we're gonna put it in most of the eye. And we're gonna start off with that and let's see how it goes. Nice wash of color. Do the same thing in the other eye. I like that color. That color, again, I did a nice, like a light wash. I hope that you can see it on camera, but in person, it looks like a very light wash of orange, which was my intention because I went really light-handed with it. Because again, I just wanted it as like a transition color. And we're gonna put darker colors now. So now I'm going to go with the color Rusted right here. It's like an orange salmon color almost. And we're gonna do that and just deepen this outer corner out a little bit, taking a smaller brush. So as you can see, we're deepening it up, and the color again works wonderfully, and it's smooth and it slides on like butter, and it's really easy to blend. I don't see any muddiness yet with this palette, and it's just blending like a dream. So let's do the other eye. The difficult thing about doing both eyes at once is to make them look as similar as possible, and I'm guilty at not doing that all the time. It's a little bit difficult. This is truly sometimes really difficult to do. But I try my best, and if they're not completely sisters, well, I tried, you know? Alright, so that's kind of how it's looking for now. Remember, if you make a mess like I'm doing right now when it comes to underneath right here, you're always gonna keep in mind that you have the rest of the face bare, so you can clean it up after you finish your whole eye makeup. So that's partially why I didn't put anything on my face except the eyes if I'm gonna start doing a really vibrant look, because then I can just clean up the edges and make it look sharp. So that blended out pretty good, and I'm very happy with it. We're gonna go with yet another color, and just to deepen it out a little bit more, we're gonna go with the color You're Kidding, which is this really vibrant orangey red color, and we're gonna put that in the outer corner, like to really deepen that out, make it almost fiery, and we'll see how this one actually performs. I'm gonna go with a really little brush, like a precise brush, so I can go really into the area that I want. All right, I'm sorry guys, my camera died, and I don't know where exactly it left off. But basically, I put You're Kidding in the outer corner to really deepen up the look, and I was just blending all of that in and seeing how it looks. So that is kind of what I'm at right now. That color did its job. Again, very smoothly. It didn't turn muddy on me. So far, so good. Now it's time for the fun part. We're gonna do a cut crease with our concealer or whatever you have to do a cut crease. And we're gonna put the really neon yellow. So let's start doing that. For that, I'm using a small flat brush, and I'm gonna start carving out that cut crease. So I usually like looking up and then pulling it down like that, and then just try to see what works when it comes to the cut crease, how I want it to look. Sometimes I start off in the outer corner. Sometimes I start off in the inner corner. It all really depends on how I feel to do the cut crease that day. Today, I am doing it from the inner corner out. And I want to stop the cut crease just around here, so not really at the end, more like just a little bit more than halfway. And do the same thing with the other eye. Now, am I perfect at doing a cut crease? No, absolutely not. But I try to keep it as symmetrical as I possibly can. I'm still learning how to do a cut crease, so for now, this will do. And we are going to go to the yellow color of the palette, the neon yellow, and it's called B. Taking that with a shadow brush and starting to put it all over the actual lid where we put the cut crease. Really patting that in there. I took a lot. I really want it to be like neon, so let's see how it looks. Oh, lots of fallout, that's for sure. I feel like this color I will have to go and do a couple of hands. Like I will have to dip into it a couple of times so I can get the color that I want, because right now it's not the color that I want. But not bad. I just wish that I had the yellow, like the really neon yellow right out of the bat. But then again, maybe it's because I am a little bit of a deeper skin tone. So maybe if you have a more lighter skin tone, it will like come out really, really neon yellow, like out of the bat. But for me personally, it is a little bit patchy. I do feel that some color is lifting off, but overall there is pigment. Like you can see there is pigment, but there's some patchiness going on with this eyeshadow, which yellows are hard to make, so I'm not totally surprised, but the color is there, so that is a good thing. And let's do the other one. With this one, I have to dip into it like 3 or 4 times to get the color that I want. It may not be the same with you if you have a lighter skin tone, but that's what I'm experiencing. And with this color, I definitely just have to pat it on instead of dragging it. Even though if it's a matte color, I feel like since I need to build it up, I need to pat it on like constantly. It still becomes a little bit patchy, but like it's fine. It's not the end of the world. All right, so we have the yellow. It worked pretty well, especially for the price of the palette. I'll put the price of the palette right over here, so I can tell you exactly how much it was, but it's not an expensive palette. And for the price and for how many eyeshadows, I think that the yellow is very nice, and with just a couple of coats in it, you will get the color that you want. So I still like the color. It's just, I guess, a little bit more pigmented, so I won't have to build it up as much. But other than that, I like it. So I'm gonna deepen up the outside color again with You're Kidding, just to make it bright again, since I used that color and it kind of lost a little bit of the pigment. So I'm just doing that to really make it pop out. And now I'm just gonna blend it out. Blend out all the edges and make them go together like so. So we basically have the eye kind of done. I'm gonna do my foundation and everything like that, and then I'll come back to finish the eye look. And we're back. So I already finished doing the rest of my makeup. I just need to finish the eyes and we're basically done. We're gonna put a little bit of color underneath. And this one I was debating if I wanted to stay with yellow underneath or if I wanted to put another color. I think that yellow will look cool. So maybe I'll just put yellow all underneath. So I'll put the color B again. All over my under eye. Again, I'm not mad at it. I just wish that it was more pigmented so I wouldn't have to go over and over and over again with the color. But other than that, it's fine. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of highlight, and for that I'm gonna be using ring light right here. And I'm just gonna put it on my inner corner and my brow bone. One thing to keep in mind with this palette is that the shadows are very tender, so there's a lot of fallout. There's pigment, but there's a lot of fallout. Okay. And now we are done with that palette and we're just gonna do some liner. I kind of want to do something a little bit different with my liner, so I'm just gonna do kind of like a line and then a line inward. So it's like a liner within a liner kind of thing. So let's see. All right, and we're done. This is the look. Liner is a little bit more out of my comfort zone. Didn't do it perfectly, but I still really enjoy it. What do I think about the Jane Charles palette? I will definitely give it 2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. The colors that I did use worked perfectly. If you guys want me to just do another tutorial or do another eyeshadow look with this palette and use different colors to see how they work, please leave it down below. But for what I experimented with this palette, as you guys can see, it looks pretty vibrant. It did what it was told. It did what it was supposed to do, which was, you know, giving me nice vibrant colors. And just making me get out of my comfort zone. This palette is good for beginners and people that are also like pros. So I definitely would recommend this eyeshadow palette. It's if you have space in your vanity or in your makeup area, I will definitely recommend you getting this palette. That is it, guys. That is my okay, leave it up to me to have my camera die not once but twice. So just so you guys know, this is the final look. I hope that you guys like it. It's something new, something different that I haven't done before, and I really like the palette. So please leave it down below again if you want me to do any more eyeshadow looks with that palette, and also how did I do, because I would like to know. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and hit the like button because it will help me out a lot. And I'll see you all later. Bye.